Come on. Qapla'. And welcome. To my Let's Play / stream of Star Trek Online with the KDF. This is part 36, second wave of the Lost Dominion. Right, I'm going to pick up the mission. We'll get the initial start of the mission, and then we'll get the actual mission. So I need to hail Emperor Jumpok.
The Federation is hosting yet another conference at Deep Space Nine. They plan to discuss what to do about the Borg. This would be an opportune time to visit and keep an eye on both the Federation and the Dominion's interests in the area.
Okay, just bear with me. So, shall accept the mission.
Serve the Empire.
Okay, so we get the mission now, second wave.
My name is Commander Messi Achebe, and I was authorized by your High Council to contact you. By now, you've faced the Borg. The Collective is appearing with more frequency in the Alpha Quadrant now, and Defera is facing repeated attacks. We've been able to push them back so far, but we can't do it forever, not without help. Starfleet is organizing a meeting on DS9 to discuss the Borg situation. Representatives from Starfleet, the Cardassians, and the Deferi will be present. Your Chancellor is sending a representative as well. We want you to be there to represent the Klingon forces fighting the Collective. We have our differences, but some problems are simply too big to ignore.
I shall accept, and then we shall begin second wave. It's been a while since I've done this mission. Just wrap. Welcome to Deep Space Nine. I know you're here for the conference, but Commander Andrews would like to see you in ops as soon as you have the time. Enjoy your stay, sir. Wow, the old DS9. Looks nothing like this now. Absolutely nothing like this. Okay, just bear with me. I say it's been a while since I've actually done this mission, so I need to get a walk through for it. Okay, Let's go and talk to Commander Andrews in Ops. Bloody hell.
How can I help you?
Since I'm going to speak to Andrews, where is Andrews? She is.
Welcome to DS9. I'm Commander Karen Andrews, Captain Carlin's first officer. He asked me to inform you that he has been delayed dealing with an incident in Cargo Bay 3. Also, I must remind you, you are here as our guest. I don't expect any trouble, but it never hurts to remind someone about the rules. Our people were allies once. That may not be the case now, but at the very least we can be civil to one another.
Unfortunately, we won't be able to begin the conference until Captain Cullen is available. I wonder, would you be willing to track down the other attendees and inform them of the delay? I can send a junior officer, but I thought this way you get a chance to meet the delegates before formal talks begin. Every little bit of connecting or information helps in diplomatic situations. Man, you don't really appreciate the new layout of Deep Space Nine until you've been to the old version. I can't believe this still uses the old map. So we've got to speak with Elam Garrick.
I'm looking forward to the conference. I'm sure the discussion on the Borg will be enlightening. Your government's position will be of particular interest to me. Clearly, the Borg are a major threat to the Quadrant. However, Cardassia's ability to assist in any action against them will be somewhat limited. If you will recall, we dismantled our military after the Dominion War. We still maintain a small force, but for planetary defense only. Any Cardassian military vessels you may have seen were undoubtedly stolen by the so-called True Way. Regrettably, Starfleet has yet to put a stop to their campaign of terror, though I'm sure they're giving it their best effort.
Captain Cullen has been unavoidably detained. We will delay the start of the conference until he is ready.
I'm reminded of an associate of mine, Gul Mavek. He was stationed here during the Dominion occupation. During his time here, he developed a fondness for Bajoran distilled Kanar. Apparently, during the Cardassian occupation, the soldiers wanted their favorite libation, but there was not enough Kanar in the shipments from home. So these resourceful young officers conscripted a group of Bajorans, mostly from the religious houses, to distill Kanar for them. The Kanar from Bajor has a different color and flavor from Cardassian vintages. Purists frown on it, of course, but many Cardassians developed quite a taste for it while they were here. Needless to say, it is impossible to find it on Cardassian Prime. I was hoping to acquire some for Mavek before returning home, but I'm afraid the conference is demanding my attention. Perhaps you could be of assistance?
I'll see if I can find any. Elam Garrick, the Cardassian representative for the Borg talks at DS9, wants a bottle of Bajoran distilled Kanar. The vintage is rare and not normally available in stores. You may need to speak with multiple people on Deep Space Nine to find it. Right, so let's do this for him. See if we get lucky. Do you have any Bajoran distilled Kanar? I heard you were looking for something special. That happens to be my specialty. I can get you anything you need for the right price. Thank you.
I'm looking forward to the conference. I'm sure the discussion on the... If you will recall, we dismantled our military after the Dominion War. We still maintain a small force, but for planetary defense only. Any Cardassian military vessels you may have seen were undoubtedly stolen by the so-called True Way. Regrettably, Starfleet has yet to put a stop to their campaign of terror, though I'm sure they're giving it their best effort.
I was able to find the Kanar you wanted. Please accept it as my gift to you.
Impressive. Authentic Bajoran Kanar is hard to come by, even here. You're quite a resourceful individual. Thank you for your assistance. If at some point I can assist you in return, all you need to do is ask.
Okay, so let's go now. Go and speak with... Man, I can't remember my bloody way around this thing. Let's go and speak with Captain Sean. No, it's Ambassador Struss.
I was informed you would be here as well. Welcome to the home of your enemy. I recommend you listen to what Starfleet has to say. But never forget, this is not friendly ground.
Commander Andrews wanted you to know that the start of the conference has been delayed.
How fortunate. We have an opportunity here. There is time to gather valuable intelligence about Starfleet's operations on this station. You and I will be under too much scrutiny from Commander Andrews' little pets to accomplish much. Your crew, however, may be able to learn a great deal without anyone noticing. I would...
Not sure I could actually do anything there with him. Right, let's go and speak to Ambassador Sarah in Cork Spa. And we dealt with him before. He's the Dafari ambassador. Now, Cork Spa on this is completely, in this old one, is a completely separate entity, and much bigger than it is on current Deep Space Nine.
Greetings. My name is Sarah, and I speak for the Deferi. Until recently, my people isolated ourselves from the rest of the galaxy in an attempt to remain neutral. We seek balance in all things, and therefore choose not to take sides in conflicts that do not concern us. The Borg, however, threaten everyone. My own world has been scarred by the Collective. I look forward to hearing your thoughts about how we can deal with the Borg when the conference convenes. Hello again. I was so pleased when I heard that you would be attending the conference as well. Without your assistance, my people would have fallen to the Breen. Now we are following your example and offering what assistance we can to help deal with the Collective. I feel some sympathy for the Borg. Their quest for this so-called perfection has led them away from balance. But they're victims. My people. The Borg must be stopped. I look forward to hearing your ideas of what to do.
Captain Kernan has a situation he must deal with immediately. I'm sorry to tell you that the start of the conference has been delayed.
I understand. I must find something to do with my free time. I had been hoping to spend some time in one of the holosuites here. Several people have recommended them, and there is an historical holoprogram, the Matara Nebula, that I have been eager to play. Could you help me gain access to a holosuite? An hour or two would be more than sufficient.
Let me see what I can do. There should be a way to get you a reservation for you. Ambassador Sorrel of the Dafari would like to visit the Holosuite in Deep Space Nine. Holosuite reservations are available from Hadron in Quarks. It's actually Quark. You got.
What can I get for you?
I need to reserve a holosuite for the Dafari ambassador.
Sorry, I can't help you there. All of the holosuites are booked solid for the next week. I almost have more business than I can handle. Almost. Might be time to expand. Been thinking about a franchise operation for some time now. A Quarks in every sector, a Quarks in every quadrant. The only way you're going to get a reservation for today is by traveling back in time 3 months and making one there. That was a joke. No one wants Starfleet coming around asking about temporal prime directive violations.
What if I find someone willing to give up their reservation?
I don't have any problem with that, as long as it doesn't make any problems for me. Understand? You bring Chief Rowe curling in here asking about someone shaking people down for holosuite reservations, I won't hesitate to point out any suspicious characters I know.
Okay. Heck, do you know this place sells the real deal? You can get Simferhole if you want. Hey, you're just my type. Doing anything later? Do you have a reservation for the holosuite today? Aggressive, aren't you? That's good. I like that. And I do have a holosuite reserved. I had already chosen a program, but I'm sure we can change it to something that's more fun for two. Should I like a drink or dinner beforehand, or should I meet you here? I'd like to acquire a reservation, but I don't want to share. Oh, that's a shame. I thought you really had something. Reservations are for sale. However, if you change your mind, I might consider letting you join me. Then again, maybe not. You KDF types are usually more trouble than I want. Go away, I don't want your company, especially yours. Do you have a holosuite reservation for today? Who wants to know? I need a reservation interested in selling yours. No. Why are you still here? Go away. Hey there. May I interest you in some self-stealing stem bolts? Do you have a reservation for a holosuite? I do. I'm going to use the holosuite to help demonstrate all the wonders of quality of self-sealing stem bolts to a very important potential customer. Between you and me, these things are harder to move than you might think. I need your reservation. Interested in making a deal? I need to sell my entire inventory, or my profits this month will be way off projection. That's why I reserved the holosuite. I need to make a great impression on this new customer. But if you bought all of my stem bolts, then I might cancel my meeting and catch the next shuttle out of here. Do we have a deal? I don't need that many stem bolts, but I might be able to arrange a buyer for you. Deal. I'll be here until meeting starts. If you find a buyer for my self-sealing stem bolts before then, I'll give you my holosuite reservation. So, to sell them, we need to go and speak with Captain Sean, who we need to speak to anyway. He's in the old shipyard. None of these will accept it. We'd like to see interested in buying some self-sealing stem bolts. I don't even know what a self-sealing stem bolt is. Are they used for agriculture? I need a buyer for some self-sealing stem bolts. Interested? No way. There's no money in self-sealing stem bolts these days. However, you had a few cases of reverse ratcheting routing hyperspanners. I'll be more than happy to take them off your hands. Continue. Right. And the old shipyard. Well, how did we ever negotiate this place?
Greetings. I'm Captain Volkel Shaw. I've heard a lot about you. It's good to finally meet. I'm glad there's someone else here who's faced the Borg in battle. We have a perspective the rest of these full-time diplomats don't.
Do you have a need for a large quantity of self-steam stem bolts?
How many do you have? My chief engineer has been looking for stem bolts for weeks. He wants to do some upgrades to the Belfast, and the Defiant class has always been a little touchy. Sometimes it's best to use what works, even if the technology's a little out of date. We've made inquiries with several traders, but everyone we talked to dumped their inventories after the speculation bubble burst. Some Ferengi out there made a small fortune a few months ago cornering the stem bolt market, but now that supply is gone. I was hoping to find some here, but so far I haven't had the chance. If you know of a source, my crew could make the upgrades we need without having to find an industrial replicator.
Sorry to trouble you again, but Captain Curlin is wrapping up the problem in the cargo bay, and we will be able to begin the talks very soon. I've notified the other attendees, but our opening speaker isn't responding to hails. Could you please track him down for me? Admiral Zavglach Trem mentioned wanting someplace quiet. You might try the upper promenade or the temple.
Okay, before we do that, we need to finish this off, man. Yeah, they changed Deep Space Nine around. Made it more like the TV show. But we need to... Do you have a buyer for my stem bolts? Yes, a ship captain wants to acquire your entire stock. That's fantastic news. I have stem bolts sent to the ship immediately. If I catch the next show, I'll be home in time for my daughter's birthday. I'll tell Hadrian that my holosuite reservation is yours. Thank you. Return to Hadrian. It's actually Quark.
What can I get for you?
Tsar is willing to give me a holosuite reservation.
Good for you. There is the small matter of the reservation transfer fee, however.
What reservation transfer fee?
There is a minor fee associated with transferring a holosuite reservation. It's just enough to cover my administrative costs. 10,000 gold press Latinum. Payable immediately.
I hit big at Dabo. Here's 10,000 gold press Latinum.
I see you're a person who values a quality holosuite. We have a deal.
Yes, here's 10,000. Please transfer that reservation.
Pleasure doing business with you. Enjoy yourself. Drop by any time you're on DS9.
Gold press Latinum is absolutely useless in this game, so it doesn't matter.
Greetings. My name is Sarah, and hello again. I was so pleased
I was
when I
able to
heard that you
reserve-
would be attending the conference. Wonderful. Most of the holotechnology on Defera is used for training or utilitarian purposes, so I don't have many chances to use a holosuite for entertainment. Thank you for your assistance. I hope you didn't go through too much trouble on my account.
Okay, so we're going to go and find the conference speaker.
Greetings. Hello.
You're supposed to negotiate Quark down, but you know, I'll just give him the 10,000 Latinum. Make it worth his while. He only owns a small moon. And there is Zach Gleck Trem.
My apologies, both to you and Commander Andrews. It's not often that I get some time to myself these days. Captain Kurland offered me the use of his office, but I came here instead for some peace and quiet. Peace. It's in far too short of supply these days. I've been in Starfleet for a long time. I've seen more battles than I care to remember. But this one, there's no reasoning with the Borg. There's no chance for a non-violent solution. I only hope that we can unite before they come for us. No one is safe.
Right, we take a turbo lift to the conference. They really should update this to the new map. And take a turbo lift to the conference room. Here we are. Conference room. Take a seat.
Welcome, everyone. I'm so pleased that you all agreed to join us here today. As many of you are all too aware, the Borg attacks are increasing. If they are left unchecked, Starfleet predicts that the entire Alpha Quadrant could fall within 3 years. We all must work together to push these invaders out of our space and protect our homes and families.
I do not agree. My empire will stand, with or without your assistance. The Klingon Empire has never been stronger than it is right now. I dare the Borg to challenge us. Starfleet may cower in fear before a bunch of machines, but we do not.
If the Borg assimilate everyone in the quadrant, from the Klingon Empire meant to say is that he hopes we are all so crippled by our efforts to stop the Borg, we will be no match for a battle-hardened Klingon fleet. I do not want to be assimilated, but I don't want to be a servant to the Klingon Empire either.
The Deferi believe that all things must be in balance. We cannot counter the Borg threat if we ourselves are counter to one another. The Deferi do not wish to act against any of you. Therefore, should this meeting not reach a consensus, our best course of action is to not act at all.
Starfleet will do what it must to protect the Federation. However, if you want our assistance, you need to be willing to protect yourselves and contribute to this campaign. The Borg will be stronger if any of your civilizations are assimilated. Starfleet's hard at work developing new technology and tactics. We, at least, will be ready. And if we can't cooperate, I hope you don't suffer. And that we develop new weapons in time.
This is getting us nowhere. We came together in the spirit of cooperation. We need to find common ground. Now, did you have something you wanted to add to this discussion?
Ambassador stressed the Klingon Empire would be foolish to ignore this fight.
Be careful. You are dangerously close to insulting the honor of the Klingon Empire.
You talk about honor. Doesn't your honor require you to fight with all your strength against an enemy like the Borg?
Do not presume to know what our honor demands. The Empire's pursuit of honor does not mean we are compelled to fight other people's battles.
Is it honorable to hold back your full strength in a fight?
Full strength? Ha! The might of the Klingon Empire can stand against the entire galaxy. Let them come.
As an empire, you are strong, but as a quadrant, you are strong without. Is the strong and strong without you? The Borg will not take sides; they will oppose everyone.
What does the Empire gain by fighting at your side? We do not need to be hamstrung by your weakness, or to put your needs above our own.
Our needs are shared. If any single planet falls to the Borg, it will only make them stronger.
Ha! The so-called powers at this table will not survive without our assistance. It is good, then, that we see the merit in fighting the Borg. It would not be honorable for us to reserve our strength while others go out to fight. That is a trick worthy of a Romulan.
Now, did you have something you wanted to add to this discussion?
Ambassador Scar, who's actually Chancellor Garrick, Cardassia will be weakened if your government does not participate in this accord.
Cardassia Prime is still rebuilding from the Dominion War. We've achieved a great deal, but there is still much more to do. The continued threat of the true way makes progress difficult. Simply put, draining Cardassia's limited resources to fight the Borg will be a hard sell to the Detapa Council.
What about your people? What about what will happen to them if the Borg invade Cardassia Prime?
We will protect our home world until the very end. Never think otherwise. Believe me, we understand the threat of the Borg. We just don't have the resources of the Federation or the Klingons. Even the Republic is in a better state in that regard. Defending Cardassia is not only our first option, it is our only viable option.
Garrick, without your help, without the help of Cardassia, we will be looking for all be looking for new homes, and even those will not be safe from the Borg.
There is a certain wisdom in forming a unified force here. And Cardassia has other assets to lend to the effort besides brute force. Intelligence gathering, for example. Now, I just need to convince the Detapa Council, which is far easier said than done. I might have better luck fighting a Borg cube by myself.
Now, did you have something you wanted to add to this discussion?
Ambassador Sorrel, balance can only be preserved with the help of the Defari.
Maintaining balance with all things must be our primary concern.
This isn't about balance. This is about stopping the Borg before they assimilate our worlds.
My world is one of those at risk, but I cannot reject balance, even to save my home and people. The universe uses conflict to restore the balance when we move too far out of equilibrium. The Borg advance, as painful as it may be, is simply another adjustment.
The Borg do not seek balance. Instead of incorporating a person into their collective, they dominate, wiping away any traces of who that person was. This furthers the imbalance.
It is one thing to choose to swim upstream against the current. It is quite another to drain the river because it is flowing in the wrong direction. The Borg do not respect the balance. We will offer what support we can to your fight.
Now, did you have something you wanted to add to this discussion?
Captain Sean, the Federation cannot afford to give the Borg a foothold in the quadrant.
Starfleet will do everything we can to protect the Federation and its allies. However, there are too many drains on our resources and a limited number of ships and officers. It may be simply unfeasible for us to sign on to be the protector of the entire Alpha Quadrant. Besides, we need to consider the Prime Directive. There are limits to what we can do.
I thought mutual protection was one of the tenets of which the Federation was founded.
Under dire circumstances, Starfleet may be forced to pull back from protecting all life to a position where we can defend only the core worlds. I hope it doesn't come to that. If it does, however, the needs of the many must outweigh the needs of the few.
Captain, let's be realistic. You know Starfleet can't be everywhere at once. You need help. You need our help.
Starfleet recognizes the Borg threaten all life in the Alpha Quadrant. We've lost too much already. We cannot lose anymore. Eventually, we'll all need to put our differences aside and unite in opposition to the Borg or anyone else who sows chaos and destruction. Our governments have had their differences, but the fight against the Borg is more important. And if the Iconians attack, they could make the Borg seem like a minor inconvenience. If we are to survive, we will need to work together.
Let's take a quick recess to cool off. And that's funny, I don't remember anyone being scheduled to fly through the wormhole today.
There's something coming out of the wormhole. Captain! It's a Dominion fleet! They're charging weapons! Red alert!
Boarding the station. Get the delegates out of here.
We have to get out of here!
It is time to leave.
Evac Protocol Alpha. Andrews, get everyone to shuttles. Prep the Defiant for launch. Blast it! The Jem'Hadar have cut off access to ops. Karen, you'll need to coordinate the evacuation. We'll get the delegates to the docking ring, and then I'll try to join you in ops.
Well, the shit just hit the fan. I can't open that. Bloody Jem'Hadar. Bring it on. Captain, we need to get back to the ship and we'll hold the position as long as we can, but the Jem'Hadar fleet is approaching the station. Goddamn Jem'Hadar. Yeah, yo. Oh, Deep Space Nine. Good thing on this station. They could really do touching this map up. Yes, that's a pucker. USS Pahinda. Funny, they've updated the ships, but haven't updated the map. Space Nine. And then we're done here, I think.
Captain Caroland, good to know that you and the delegates are safe. Jem'Hadar have stormed the station and we're losing critical areas. The Defiant has launched and I've evacuated everyone possible, but a few of us stayed to...
Andrews? Andrews! Someone, answer me! What's going on?
Captain, my name is Loris, and I represent the Dominion. This station, and all remaining souls on it, are now under our control.
Captain, there's nothing more we can do but see our guests to safety. I have contacted command. Our orders are to fall back to Bajor with the numerous Starfleet forces. For the moment, we will cooperate with the Captain Kernan. It may be the only way to keep any hope of a unified attack against the Borg alive. The Federation must be planning a counteroffensive. It may be that we will join them. I, for one, relish the chance to meet the Jem'Hadar again in battle. They are worthy opponents. Well, thank you for your assistance, Dahar Master. You did not have to assist us in battle, but I see now that your reputation as a warrior is well deserved. Perhaps someday we'll be allies again. I would be honoured to fight by your side. The fleet is retreating to Bajor space to protect the planet in the case the Jem'Hadar decide to push their advantage. Excuse me. Captain Kernan is in contact with Starfleet Command and your government, and we'll be routing all available ships to the region. We defeated the Dominion once. We can do it again. We'll have Jem'Hadar Fault Beam. We need to counterattack and retake Deep Space Nine.
I don't need a KDF officer to dictate strategy to me. I will not waste lives on an ill-planned attack that is doomed to fail. Starfleet is routing all available ships here, and the Federation Council is contacting your Chancellor as well. The Empire has fought to protect the Alpha Quadrant from the Dominion before. We are also sending messages to the Gamma Quadrant in an attempt to open a dialogue with the Dominion. But we are fighting a war on multiple fronts. Starfleet will not abandon the colonies near Eta Eridani to your fleets, or leave Defera to the Borg. It will take time to marshal our resources and plan a counterattack.
In the moment you just said how it would be an honor to fight beside me, and then you just...
Captain Kurland and I have asked your commanders to allow you to participate in any counterattack on DS9. We need strong officers like you to retake the station. Until we are prepared, though, we need to do whatever we can to contain the Jem'Hadar fleet at DS9 and protect Bajor. Losing DS9 is bad enough. Opening the door to the Dominion is unthinkable.
Okay, well, we'll finish it here, and then of Bajor will be our next mission. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in part 37, which is of Bajor in the Lost Dominion story arc. Thank you very much for watching. Please do comment, thumb up or thumb down, and please subscribe. For now, Qapla', and good night.